Namaste, my name's Nigel. I look after the EARTHSTORE, which is located in the Urban Wellness Hub in the Bridge of Dawn of Aberdeen. I tumbled my first tumblestone about 50 years ago now, and I know a lot of you are probably saying, he can't be that old. Well, I'm afraid I am. My wife Linda has been collecting crystals for a long time, as is my daughters. I'm by no means an expert, and when I was made redundant in the oil and gas industry a few years ago, and I saw the bare walls in the Urban Wellness Hub, I thought EARTHSTORE here would come. It was always my retirement plan to have an online store, but this gave me an opportunity to actually have bricks and mortar. Sadly, with lockdown, we can't get people visiting, but hopefully not very long from now, we'll be opening our doors again so people can come and visit us when they like. Sorry, my session today is going to be an introduction to crystals, so not a masterclass, not a healing class, nothing like that. I'm going to try and touch on as many crystals as I can, and picking up on some of the more popular ones, such as quartz, rose quartz, and all the different types of quartzes. I'm going to look at how do you cleanse crystals, and I'm going to answer some of the questions that were put on our page by people who were interested in knowing a wee bit more. How do you choose your right crystal? How do you know the crystal's right for me? How do you know the benefits of the crystals? These are the things that we're going to talk about, just as I say, at a very high level today. Crystals have been used since ancient times across many civilizations, separated by thousands of miles. Yet despite distance, geographic locations and history surrounding those civilizations, they all chose to use crystals for their known or unknown powers, used in amulets, talismans, jewellery, ornaments, weapons, status symbols, treasures, currency, and of course for protection and healing. The power of crystals. You're walking along a beach near a loch and a stone catches your eye. There's no accident. This is no accident. Rocks, crystals, gems, fossils, evil shells may seem lifeless, but they're members of the mineral kingdom and are some of the most energetic, powerful things on our planet. When you feel attracted to a crystal or a rock in nature, or in a crystal shop like EARTHSTORE, when you feel attracted to a crystal, you know there's likely something in your own body or mind that's resonating with the molecular and energetic structure of that stone. Many people are skeptical about crystals and the healing quality of crystals. Most people say it's new age, hippie, and even some form of magic or voodoo. However, people are completely unaware of the power of the crystals, and using crystals for healings dated back some of the earliest times in the history of man. Many of the crystals that we know today actually have their roots in ancient civilizations and were revered and considered powerful in those times. I often wonder what knowledge has been lost and what was known and used by the ancients. Chinese medicine was first recorded in the 14th to 11th centuries BC, and during these centuries other civilizations were developing some concepts along, for example, in ancient Greece. Plato's account of Atlantis, crystal healing is also mentioned, and the first historical documentation of crystals originated from the ancient Sumerians, which is 4,500 to 2000 BC. The Sumerians allegedly used crystals in their magic formula. The word crystal comes from the Greek krustallos, meaning ice. Many ancient civilizations thought these formations as something powerful, using the crystals and talismans and amulets to protect and heal. Good vibrations. Crystals are said to have vibrations or frequencies in which they vibrate, and these frequencies help balance the environment and for people and can help in balancing their chakras, basic fundamental aspects of our being. I prefer to use the term energies. I feel it covers more and many wider beliefs than just about the power of crystals and their application and use. All crystals vibrate at a certain frequency according to their colour. This benefits the mind and body in a variety of ways. For example, healing properties. Crystals can be used to heal physical and mental ailments. Many crystals have properties that both heal of both of these areas. Some can heal specific parts of the body based on which chakra the crystal is associated with, whilst others can also provide general healings such as pain relief. For instance, amethyst can be used for pain relief when placing the stone on the source of the pain. It's especially effective for headaches and migraines. Also, crystals and mental crystals also heal mentally. They affect emotions, mental health, and can be used to get rid of negative energy and bring forth positive energy. Which crystal? So that's a bit of an introduction to crystals and look at answering some of the main questions people have. We often get people say, I love looking at them, but don't have a clue about how to get started. Others could be, how do I get started, and how do I know which right crystal is the right crystal for me, and how do I choose it? And normally, if you were in the EARTHSTORE, we'd say the crystals would find you, but when buying crystals and stones remotely, intuition should take over, but might not always be the case. For example, if you love the colour brown, you are looking for something that may help you with anxiety or relaxing or study or concentration, other things like that. Breaking a bad habit. Brown is associated with the earth, and whilst a wrong choice for addressing some of these issues can never really be wrong. Brown is, generally speaking, more for grounding and earthing yourself, and something rather than something you were looking for specifically. So I suggest it's sometimes best to understand why do you want to buy your crystal? Is it to help you with something? And I've made some groupings to cover some of the broad base of environments or situations that tumblestones sets can help support you with. For example, negativity from the home and workplace, family and home support, protection, love, romance, caring and harmony and peace, help against anxiety and stress, which sadly is our best selling pack, improve productivity, focus and building confidence. So there are many more sets like that you can buy. You can create your own as well to meet your own exact needs at any point in time. You don't have to start big. But just buying even one crystal tumblestone and keeping it within your pocket, your handbag, your jacket, you'll notice a difference. There are no switches. I always say that to people. There's nothing you can switch off and on with a crystal. Nor is it something like a light bulb where it comes on, oh, I've got it, I feel the energy. It sometimes just takes a little bit of time to work up and work and connect with your stones. Clear quartz, often called the master crystal. So this is an example of one that came out of the mine, out of the mud in fact. It's very rough, it's unpolished, still looks spectacular, quite massive and very powerful. Here's a couple of examples of what clusters look like when they come out of the ground as well. This is them, so there's no polishing, there's no touching up, this is them raw. So when placed near other stones, clear quartz can provide other crystals and amplify their effects. Ordinary yet extraordinary, colourful and clear. Quartz crystals are the most common and abundant in the world, comprising the largest and most diverse family in the mineral kingdom. From ancient times to the present day, quartz crystals have been a source of light to mankind. Clear quartz is a master healing crystal and may be used for any condition. It's thought to stimulate the immune and circulatory systems, enhancing energy flow and bringing the body into balance. It's been used to treat migraines, headaches, vertigo, stabilizing dizziness or motion sickness, and is believed to assist with metabolism, exhaustion and even weight loss. Clear quartz is excellent for amplifying energies of other stones or enhanced groups of stone, which is why it's quite an important stone in a crystal grid. The other thing it's been used for over the years, you may all remember it going to a fortune teller at one time, is used for crystal gazing by fortune tellers. For ongoing personal energy, carry a crystal quartz as a tumblestone and touches needed for an instant lift. It's a little boost. In the workplace, it can also be used as a filter against negativity to transform and critical words. Crystals are professional support stones for artists, stylists, doctors, who else? Healers, inventors, musicians, and those who work in creativity and media. Clear quartz produces a force field of healing negative ions while clearing the surroundings of positive ions, protecting the aura. It dispels static electricity and cancels out harmful effects of radiation and radioactivity. It brings strength and clarity to the intellect, aiding concentration and memory retention. It filters out dead distractions as well. Its hypnotic qualities conducive and conductive to sleep, helping one to understand the message and lessons conveyed during the dream state. It's also a respected stone, for example in death, and included in many cultures and funeral rites, and placed in tombs, urns and other forms of worship. A few of the benefits of quartz is you can wear it on your body in the form of necklace, rings, carry it in your pocket as a tumblestone, and you can have it sitting near you at work or at home, and notice the clarity it brings when in meetings or at home. It is really, really good for bringing clarity. An example, when you're overwhelmed, confused or need guidance, hold it in your hand while you reflect and see what insights it might show up. It helps also focus on the big vision. So having it around you when brainstorming or daydreaming is a powerful way to feel the effects of clear quartz. It also will help to amplify other healing work you're doing and multiply the power of any crystals that you're using. Wearing it during yoga, having it nearby when you get a massage, etc., and carrying it with you during any body, mind, say spirit modalities that creates a stronger experience. Next up is rose quartz. Now, this is what it actually looks like when it comes out of the mine. This is raw chunk of rose quartz, comes out of massive veins, as high as 20-30 foot in height. So rose quartz is lovely to look at and hold, and it's got a really nice pink essence. It's a stone of the heart, and a crystal of unconditional love, and it carries a soft feminine energy of compassion and peace, tenderness and healing and comfort. It speaks directly to the heart chakra, dissolving emotional wounds, fears and resentments, and circulates a divine, loving energy throughout the entire aura. It also provides a deep sense of personal fulfillment and contentment, allowing one the capacity to truly give and receive love from others. Called the Heartstone, rose quartz may have been used as a love token as early as 600 BC, and is still an important talisman of relationships, and is quite effective in attracting new love, or say romance and intimacy, or even in developing closer bonds with family and friends. It supports connections within groups and communities and carries a high spiritual attunement to Earth, universe and the divine. Rose quartz also inspires the love of beauty in self and others, in nature, and especially that which stimulates the imagination, art, music and the written word. It's also called the pink quartz or hyaline quartz, from the Greek hylos, meaning glass, and it's prized for its beauty. In fact, facial masks of rose quartz were recovered from Egyptian tombs, thought by the Egyptians and Romans to clear the complexion, prevent wrinkles. Rose quartz was also a stone honoured by the Tibetan and Oriental cultures, and continues to be one of the major carving stones in China. It's also a record-breaking stone, as there are more shaped, ornamental and carved items made of rose quartz than any other crystal in the world. Think jewellery, pendants, necklaces, rings, objects and these other things. It's a mothering stone. As a love stone, tenderness and sensuality, rose quartz is, they say, a powerful aphrodisiac, stimulating sensual imagination. The other thing you maybe see from the colours here, what we've got is an A grade rose quartz candle holder, and look, it's extremely pink, very, very pink throughout the whole thing. Now we've got a standard grade, and again you see the pink in it, but it's not as bright, it's not as vivid, and it's not as deep. So there's nothing wrong with the standard ones, just that the grade A's are exceptional. Types of quartzes, there are so many. I did mention we talk a little bit about Smokey. I'll just give you a brief introduction to Smokey quartz as well. This is Lemurian quartz, which is very, very special, and because it's quite rare, it tends to come with a high price tag. You've got fairy or spirit quartz, which I'm going to open in just a second, and you've got the spheres. I'll talk about shapes. One of my favourites, undoubtedly, is the Cactus quartz. It's absolutely beautiful. Only one place in the world that this comes from, which is again why it's got a very high price tag. It's priced by the gram. And the other thing they say is rose quartz is a wonderful sleep crystal for adults and children, providing beautiful dreams as well as preventing nightmares or night terrors. It also helps children to not be afraid in the dark. It's calming and a reassuring crystal, excellent for use in trauma and crisis, including the emotional upheaval of midlife crisis, and it strengthens empathy, sensitivity, and aids in acceptance of necessary change. It's also an excellent stone for comforting grief. A piece of rose quartz, unpolished stone in the workplace, provides ongoing protection against intrusion, say gossip, and it's also a professional support stone for beauty consultants and others where customer body contact is needed, for example, massage. Pink rose quartz is the most important crystal of the heart and the heart chakra. Natural bling. I'm just trying to control this gimbal thing that I borrowed from Emma. So it's often called baby spirit as well. They're actually they're amethysts in the making, which is hard to believe because of the colours, but sometimes you can see very deep purples inside some of them. And for whatever reason, the gas bubble that was contained other minerals and metal during the formation didn't continue in its path to become an amethyst. Maybe that's for a good reason, as they're absolutely stunning to look at and to hold. Really nice. Fairy quartz, spirit quartz, also carries energies of universal love. This crystal helps you let go of issues or trauma you may be holding on to, so you can finally forgive yourself and the person who caused you pain. Fairy quartz also radiates a powerful vibration that can align and cleanse your chakras. You can use fairy quartz to give you protection you need from both physical and mental harm. It's an excellent meditation crystal. Fairy quartz carries energies of perseverance and of patience, and it's very important in any healing situation. Out of the mines, or mud banks along the sides of rivers. I wish we'd a few of these in Aberdeen down at the Bridge of Dawn. So what I'm going to do is just open them up and show you what it looks like inside without breaking them. These are truly magnificent. I mean, this is real, not. So the next thing I'm going to talk about crystal shapes. Does it matter? See, here's a bit of a high level introduction, and we all know that crystal comes in all sorts of colours and serve different intended purposes, say improve sleep, added protection, attracting abundance, etc. But they're also found in many shape formations. Just as colours of the crystals convey unique meanings, they often signify what type of stone exactly it is. Crystal shapes also matter. I would sum up, this is my words, in terms of my thoughts regarding shapes in the following way. Experts say that the structure of a crystal doesn't change the type of energy it emits, but the shape does affect the way you receive said energy. I hope you followed that. Choosing a crystal shape that pairs well with your intention will enhance and magnify your transformation. So here's a few of the shapes I've put out. They come in many shops. There's pendants, necklaces. For example, all these drop-down necklaces and pendants. The final shape doesn't matter too much. You'll notice they've all got points, which is... So here again is some of the Lemurian. We've got other forms of quartz as well, just the clear quartz points. But I suppose, as the name suggests, a crystal point keeps you sharp and on the point. It's your best friend whenever you need to stay uber focused on something. Use these points for manifestation purposes. Another thing people do is to write down on a piece of paper a mantra or your affirmation or desire. Write it on a piece of paper, fold it up and place it underneath the crystal. And then, pointing upwards, obviously the crystal will be sitting upwards. It acts like a bit like a pyramid, directing all the energy from the intention of the paper upward into the cosmos and radiating out into the surrounding environment. So heart shapes. They're not obvious. A lot of these are not naturally occurring. They're cut and polished into the shape. They still radiate a strong love energy. To meditate with a heart-shaped crystal and to activate your heart chakra. Focus your attention on your heart and imagine filling your heart with pure loving light. There's some more over here. It's a rose quartz. Some of these are really, as you can see, really deep pink rose quartz, very high grade. The hearts, the small hearts, the smaller hearts here make amazing gifts. So we sell loads and loads of these, and it's people gifting them to family and friends, to somebody to love or somebody you simply care about, even concerned about how they feel just now. Maybe they feel they need to get a crystal kick up the jacksie to help shift their energies to becoming more positive. Tumblestones. Included in that is things like palm stones and worry stones. I suppose you can consider tumblestones as a stepping stone, no pun intended, into the wonderful world of crystals. Some call them basic, I call them very practical. Small smooth crystals tend to skew inexpensive, and they're easy to find online or at your favourite local crystal earth store. But don't be fooled by the size, because these travel friendly stones are still powerful. What's especially great about them is how mobile they are as well. You can easily carry them in your pocket or purse, or ladies, you can even tuck them inside your bra to help you connect with energies all day long. I just hope I'm allowed to say that. They can act as a reminder of your intention. A pack can be made up with, for example, removing negativity from the home or the workplace. Here's Shungite, which is a really anti-5G EMF superpower protection. They talk about e-smog protection. It's an absorber of negative energy and it's removing it from a person or even an entire space. And it keeps the user grounded and protected. In the same, you've got hematite, also ultimate grounding and protection of people, and the home. Got blue Dalmatian jasper here. Blue Dalmatian jasper helps you move forward and leaving bad stuff behind. You've got leopard skin jasper, bringing strength, and is a stone that keeps negative energies away, stabilises in the middle of chaotic negative energies that surround you or your home. And lastly, snowflake obsidian, which helps to keep centred and focused when any type of chaotic situation, say office, commuting, home, presents itself. It can remove negativity from a space or person with ease. It's also good for grounding. A pack for love, caring, romance, harmony and peace. Amazonite achieves clarity of mind, clear your muddled thoughts and makes you better understand yourself. Snow quartz
becomes focused and to have clarity and purity of thoughts. Gentle, soft, feminine energy supports you energetically, becoming balanced and centered. Ice or Nirvana quartz makes a strong connection with others and loving energy of the heart. Rose quartz, loved by all, brings love or romance in new or existing relationships, creates caring and nurturing, love alignment with partner, help heal wounds of the heart. And opalite. Opalite brings you to the dream world, connection with angels, helps dreams, peace and tranquility, enhances sexual experience and encourages sexual prowess. Opalite is said to stabilise mood swings and help to overcome tiredness. A pack to improve productivity, help focus, give clarity, build confidence and assertiveness. Red Dalmatian jasper, helping us see strengths and weaknesses more clearly. Unakite, which is jasper, keep these dream-crushing vibes from entering your orbit so you can take life by the throat and tell all the haters to take a seat. Moonstone brings versatility, flexibility and adaptiveness. Fluorite brings the power of concentration, confidence, for example, in a new job or an interview. And citrine helps motivate and inspire, bringer of all good things, positivity, happiness, success and wealth. A pack to help against anxiety and stress. Blue Dalmatian, move forward fast and leave bad stuff behind. Amethyst banded, amethyst chevron, also known as, brings tranquility and peacefulness, helps to remove resistance to change and dissipate and repel negativity of all kinds. It creates a really strong healing field around the user, and as such it's a good choice to cleanse the aura, enhance the immune system. Jasper, leopard skin, brings strength and is a stone that keeps negative days away, stabilises in the middle of the chaotic negative energy that surrounds you. Serpentine. Serpentine harnesses powerful healing energy that works to create an energetic and protective shield around the body, help you passage through the most stressful and hectic days. And tourmaline in the rough form will help you deal with your inner chaos. It will help protect you from negative energies that you want to feel bad about yourself or your life. It will encourage the rest of the world to show that what you're made of tough things. Carnelian is an excellent stone for daydreamers because it sharpens concentration and helps reduce absent-mindedness. It dispels apathy and mental lethargy. It is said that by placing a piece of carnelian above each opening of the home will protect you from psychic attack and return negativity back to where it's first originated from. Another pack, family and home support and protection, contains Shungite, again an anti-5G and EMF superpower protection, e-smog protection, an absorber of negative energy. Not only does Shungite remove negativity, but it also believed to rid the body of pollutants, bacteria, viruses and free radicals. Hematite, again ultimate grounding and protection of people and the home. Cobalt blue, obsidian, excellent grounding, protection and use for children and teens that need help concentrating, help you to calm down when things get a bit hectic. Citrine helps motivate and inspire, a bringer of all good things, positivity, happiness, success, health and wealth. And bowenite, also called new jade or jadeite, ensures a long, lucky life. It shares many attributes with jade and is said to be a hugely positive stone of joy, friendship and success. It is said to protect a woman in childbirth. So, do fakes exist? Sadly, Yes, there are many fake materials abound in the marketplace today, but you really shouldn't have to worry too much about this, as crooks tend to chase the big ticket items. So really, there's only 1% of the stuff in the market is fake. So I'll just cover some of the key ones, or the ones that seem to be copied the most, and that's the Lemurian. So you get artisans who will cut and create the barcoding you see on here to make them look like fake. Because of the price of Lemurian seed quartz, it's well worth the effort. The other one is Moldavite, you know, the one from outer space. If we try and get it here through there, it's like glass, but so it looks and feels like Moldavite, real stuff, but they've got a process whereby it's actually glass they use. What you can't do is try and mimic or replicate what Moldavite looks like inside. So it's got hundreds and hundreds of micro-sized air bubbles. Unfortunately, the only way you can tell it's real Moldavite is once it's in your hand. The other one is Shungite from Russia. So, sadly, again, the thing it really looks like, does that remind you of anything? It looks like coal. It looks like anthracite you'd put in the fire. So the stuff that is noble Shungite or silvery or elite Shungite, it really does look like coal. Whilst anthracite in itself is not toxic, I wouldn't want to put it into my water and drink it. The pineapple cactus quartz is one that's replicated quite a bit, and you'll see in the market the only giveaway here, again, like all of them, is on price. Yes, they can create these little micro clusters on the main cluster. So again, it's one to watch out for. The aura, rainbow aura titanium, is a heat treated process. So these, again, the only way you can tell the difference, are they real, is the weight of this one that I'm holding just now. So yes, it is heat treated, but it's quartz that's underneath, as opposed to coloured glass. And the last one probably is the one that hurts the most for me a wee bit. So this is bismuth. Now, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it is absolutely stunning. I call it the natural unnatural crystal. It's actually a byproduct of smelting. In real bismuth, what you'll see is the colours. So you can see purples and certainly gold, huge amount of gold and blues. And the smelting process, the colours indicate the smelting process that this has been created in. This one was copper and gold, and unfortunately you can buy, it's like something out of Star Trek, isn't it? Unfortunately you can buy a piece this size online. You can see it here, really nice as well. So with us, it's £68. It comes from Russia. Again, it's got gold and copper smelting process. That's where it came from. So you could pick that up on eBay for about £6. So price with all of them is the only giveaway.